Hey everyone, welcome back to Jade Plants. Me again, Mark. Today we're back at the greenhouse and we have a new package to open, okay? And later on in this video, we're gonna be touring the greenhouse because a commenter of mine recently asked in one of our comments on the channel, asking me to make a tour, okay, of the greenhouse again. And I think that it's about time again to look at the plants because it's already in the middle of the summer, and probably some of you may be thinking how to make your succulents survive. And my succulents are still doing nicely, okay, because currently we have this coconut above us here in my place, okay, you can see there, and it gives some shade at the middle of the day, so that is very nice to have during this hot summer season. So yeah, you can probably give the same protection in the middle of the day so that your succulents won't dry out. Yeah, but you can see later on in this video that my succulents are still doing nice. I'm just trying to catch up on watering them so they won't desiccate a lot. And I'm seeing some of my succulents are really desiccating as well. So now let's just go on to our package that we will be opening. Okay, and I hope that the dogs outside are not so noisy. And yeah, later on we're gonna be touring the plants that we have. Okay, hopefully you can still see it because it's a little bit shaded already in this spot of the greenhouse. And yeah, this was shipped to me this week about 2 days ago, so it didn't take long, didn't spend a very long time in shipping. And this is from Ramos Martinez Tiffany. Okay, so Tiffany, and these are the few plants that I got from her last haul, because last sale, because she already has another sale going on right now. You can check out her plants, and she has a lot of these new and quite uncommon rare type of succulents, and I've been trying out a lot of them. And yeah, let's just look at what we have here. The first one is this. Oh, that's a nice. This is a Carron Collated Nodulosa, and this is really nice. And wow, it's really unique, and it already has some roots on there. Okay, and this is really unique. Okay, so that's what it looks like. You can see it has thicker leaves, really noticeable thicker leaves, and we have some caruncles on this Nodulosa, which you won't find in other Nodulosa varieties. Okay, I believe there is a name to this type of Nodulosa, and I will be posting it on the screen. Yeah, and I really like that color variation that it has, purple colors. Yeah, it might change colors still here in my place, but I'm hoping that, yeah, we can still retain those colors. Really nice type of Echeveria. Also has a light touch of arena, I think. Okay, so we have that. Yeah, and hopefully that you can still see it even with the light condition that we have. Really nice Nodulosa. Okay, so let's move on to the next. Oh wow, this is a big one, and I thought that this was a small one, but this is a Crassula variegated jade, and I already have the curly jade variegated, but this is the non-curly version. Yes, so that is our new Crassula. Really nice large leaves. Okay, and I thought this was a small one, and you can see it has that same splotches variegation, kind of different with the other curly jade that we have, but yeah, it looks like it's been painted on, splashed on by paint. Really nice look on that jade plant. Really unique. Oh, I think this is a free one because I didn't order this. Yeah, but this is nice because I'm planning to repot my baby fingers as well, and this is a Pachyphytum baby fingers. Really nice, adorable little plant with those thick leaves and that clamping habit. Really adorable. And my baby fingers right now, there's alive, they're struggling, but they don't look that good. Okay, I think I need to repot them. Okay, this is the baby fingers that I have. I'm just adjusting the brightness because it's very dark, but this is the baby fingers that I have, the old one, and this is the new one. So I think that it would be nice to plant them together so that we can make it clumping. So yeah, probably in a few days I will be planting them together. Once the potting mix on this one dries up, we will be planting them nicely so that they will look nice. Okay, so we have that, and these last two ones I believe are both Echeverias. Now I don't want to be buying any more succulents really, and I only bought this because I was actually looking for this for a very long time, but I really didn't want to buy because yeah, it's already the summer, and yeah, plants are struggling during the summer period. This is Echeveria Ice Cream. Look at that. Look at that really adorable Echeveria. Okay, I'm just trying to get the camera to focus. And what I adore about this plant is it has these like wider leaves that sometimes bend if it gets stressed enough, and if it closes up, it will bend and it will form that really nice tight rosette of leaves that has this like wider shape to them. Okay, compared with your other Echeverias, which can be a little bit narrow, this one has a wider leaf shape, and which is why it's so adorable for me, and it looks very very thick, and I believe that it will only get thicker as it grows, as we make it bigger. Okay, I think that we will only make it thicker in time, and also we can probably get some wider growth on this ice cream. Really really nice. I don't know, I'm not sure of the parentage of this plant. Probably could have some Cryptopetalum influence because it's an upright grower. Okay, it's not a very compact succulent, and sometimes sellers, hybridizers will sell succulents that have a rosette appearance. They would automatically sell it as an Echeveria even though it has some Cryptopetalum parentage. So I'm really not sure, but this is being sold as Echeveria Ice Cream. So if you want it, you can look it up. It's a particularly uncommon succulent, okay, more on the rare side, but I think some propagators will also start propagating this because this is a Benguet propagation already of a Korean succulent. Okay, so we have that, and finally we're on to our last one. This is a really nice haul, and I'm actually changing my buying habits recently, and I think this will be the same with the future purchases that I will have. I will be buying less plants, but ones that are more expensive. Okay, I think I wanted to go with the more expensive ones, yeah, because yeah, I just wanted to collect them, and they will look really nice. And this one is a really adorable and really large one, I must say. This is very big. This is Black Queen. Okay, really really nice. It has that really nice color on camera. Okay, this is an Nevada hybrid, or Nevada, I mean Agavoides hybrid, probably crossed with some Echeveria of other type, and this will get only darker if it gets stressed. And the size of this one is really really impressive. I really like the size of it. It just has a lot of dried blooms. Oh yeah. Okay, we can probably take that out. And what I like about Agavoides plants, okay, if you just root them up, they are very, I wouldn't say they are the fastest growers. They are very compact. They stay small for a very long time. They don't get very wide. And that is a very nice trait if you're intending to have a small collection of succulents only, if you don't want to have very large succulents in your area. You can go with the Agavoides varieties, and I recently featured our Agavoides succulents. You can check it out on the channel. Okay, so now let's go on to the tour of our greenhouse. Let's look at the plants that we have. Now, the light is not that good because it's already afternoon, but I didn't want to record much earlier because it's very very hot, really hot, and I didn't want to record very early because it's really hot. But you can see that the light is already changing. Okay, we have a lot more sunlight on this area of the greenhouse, and we're already shaded right now during the afternoon in this spot. So I think I will be changing the arrangement. I will be moving some Echeverias into this spot already, and this part shade type of succulents, I will probably move them over there because that spot gets much more shady sunlight. It doesn't get a lot of direct sun because of the structure behind. So I will be putting the Haworthias and the Crassulas probably over there, and all these Echeverias will be moving here probably someday. Okay, so we have that. So now let's just go on to our succulents. This area, I would just say that this is my most neglected spot. Okay, out of all these plants, this is where I put my neglected ones. Okay, which is why everything here looks gangly. Okay, we have our new Dark Vader. We have a Crassula that is overgrown. We have our Sedum commixtum, probably not the best plant to be looking at right now because it doesn't look good, but I will probably just water it and we'll see how it develops. I have repotted this recently and it didn't do well in its old potting mix, so I'm trying now another type of potting mix on there. We have our straggly type Crassula right now because this is a free one and I'm still trying to root it, but I'm hoping that we can propagate it, make it look even better later on. We have our Melaco that is overgrown. We have some fuzzy type Echeverias, okay, and this one are already looking a little bit better, but this used to be very desiccated because of the bad potting mix it was in, okay. We have an ugly Dark Vader right here, Crassula that is desiccating a lot, okay, so yeah, I will probably do something about that, repot it later, okay. We have some also desiccated fuzzy type of Echeveria right here. This desiccated a lot, and yeah, you can see there's already some rotting on that other stem, okay. Not the easiest one to grow, okay, but this one is still looking nice, so I'll probably let it grow in this container, okay, which is why they're on this side because they're not doing so great. We also have Lawrence's here that is not looking great, just started burning a lot, and yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do about it, but yeah, that was still new and it already got hot, so which is why it burned a lot. Okay, so I just switched the camera because the other one is not looking so good. Okay, so we have that one, and then we have some Renionia here. We have our Peach Pride. We have a dying, okay, that added a Sedum already. We have our Decora back there, Nevada, that is sunburned. I still need to water that because it is newly planted, but the other Nevada at the back is still looking good. Okay, so if you have Nevada that is already established, you won't have problems with it burning. The ones that are burning are the only ones that are not yet established, so this is not yet established, so I will still establish it. Okay, we have our Peach Pride, recently got some mealies, so I had to wash it, yeah, but yeah, that will probably improve. It's a very tough Echeveria. We have some other freely type succulents here at the back. We have our Swan Lake that already desiccated a lot. We have Rose Queen, if I'm not mistaken. We have our Cubic Frost, and we have our freely Echeveria hybrid of an Echeveria Shabayana hybrid. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to say. We have our Hakuhu, which is also establishing as well because it didn't do well in its old potting mix, so I repotted it and hopefully it will do better. We have our small type Echeverias which are struggling, so I'm still unsure how I'm gonna be caring for this one because this is very difficult. This is one of those subcorymbosa Echeverias, okay, and we also have a small sized apus right here, but we have Polydensis, our Starlight. This Polydensis is already looking so good, and I like the thickness of the leaves that it has, and the edges really stunning, really prominent, really nice. And we have our Suyon right here, okay, growing a lot of branches. This one is okay. Let me turn it around. Okay, you can see a lot of the branches there. We have our Neon Breakers right here, Z-Star, Pearlbon. A kid recently visited my greenhouse, which made for the loss of the leaves at the back because I think they touched it and the leaves just dropped. Okay, we have our Echeveria Blue Mist. Okay, this is kind of thick right now. Okay, as I'm touching it, it's really thick. We have our Madiba right here. Okay, Cat's Paw. Yeah, they're getting quite neglected because I haven't been visiting a lot, but this is a new one. I don't know if this is the Amber Rose or the Roma. Okay, I'm not sure. Yeah, but this is a new one. I think I should put a name tag on there. Okay, we have a bloom stalk right here. Okay, probably not remove it yet. We have our exotic. Okay, really nice Lawi crossed with a topsy-turvy. We have all dried leaves right there. We have our RZ, okay, or RG. We have our Rubidona and Opalina, and I'm not sure which is which. Okay, we have our Japan Moon River right here, really nice. Okay, look at this row of Echeverias, which are planted in square pots. I think that all of these round pots will turn into square pots someday. Okay, but I've noticed this really. A lot of my Echeverias are growing a lot more slower, so they're not that fast anymore because probably due to the heat. So they're not doing a lot right now. So I'm trying not to water them too much. Okay. We have our big sized Laulinsiana. Look at that size of that. Psyche. Yeah, I think I need to plant that in a clay pot, the one that we recently got. We have our pink champagne, looking really nice. And our Hera. Oh, that one is looking really beautiful. Yes, okay. So here on the row here, we got our Onslow, green champagne, purple champagne, Benimusume, fire pillar, or no, arcane. This is arcane. Snow bunny. We have our Lailacina, Lola. We got our Sabrigida. This is a new one, and I haven't featured it a lot, but this is a Sabrigida Fire and Ice, if I'm not mistaken. Probably one of those Canty hybrids. Okay. We have our lovely Bella Rouge, which I just recently watered, which is why the leaves are up already. And yeah, look at that, so nice. If you probably watched our old videos, you would know that this was very dehydrated back then. But even if I planted it in this large container, and even if it was dehydrated, you don't see any burning on that. And I'm actually surprised because it doesn't have a lot of farina, but it didn't burn a lot. Okay. So we have our pistachio. This is a nice discovery. This used to have no caruncles, but look at it now. It's already producing carunculated leaves, probably due to stress. We have our dragon fin. Oh, look at that. That pink chantilly. Really, really nice. Okay. We have our kissing right here. It's already on the more smaller side because the others are already getting overgrown and this one is still small. So yeah. We have our red noble. This used to be a flat rosette Echeveria, but now I'm seeing that it's starting to lift up its leaves, so it's starting to close up, and I think that it will only look better. And because it's named red noble, I'm waiting for it to get red, so I'm not watering it too much. Okay. We have our missing you, a new Echeveria right there. Really, really nice. They call this the Lawi cross with the super bomb, and I'm not sure about that. Probably it is because yeah, a lot of Echeveria hybrids are being sold as Echeveria, even though they're crossed with Cryptopetalum. But if it is crossed with super bomb, it should be named Echeveria missing you. Okay. We have our brown rose, also a new one, quite a slow grower, but yeah, it doesn't show burning or any other signs of stress. So yeah, I think it's still alive. We'll just water it more so it will grow. We have our pinky trumpet. I think I still need to water that as well. Pardon the noisy children outside. We have our Frevel, which is looking so pink right now, and this is kind of out of its place because it's a pachyphytum, but I like it here. Okay, it just has this mushy dried leaf, okay, right there at the bottom, probably because it's rooting up, so it's drying out its older leaves. Yes, hopefully it will not die. Okay, onto this side again, we have our Tolimenensis, our red moon, jewel tone. We have our Ecija right here. Let's not skip that one. Yeah, and this was sold to me as a young gene, but it looks like an Ecija. I will still have to go around and look for a more young gene like succulent, because the young gene has much more freely edges. It's a freely type Echeveria, the young gene. This is probably an Ecija. This is an Ariel. Okay, this is our Tapalpa. Okay, colorata. It's already producing a lot of new leaves, and the clean looking farina at the center, that is new growth because I recently repotted it into a new potting mix. Okay, so it like it in this potting mix much better. We have our Akebar Glory, another Purpusorum hybrid. This one is not doing so good. It's been drying up, it's been getting mushy, so I'm careful with handling this plant, careful not to overwater it. Okay, We have our bluebird, and this one is not the fastest Echeveria out there, and yeah, I am careful not to overwater it because it has these really thick leaves. It kind of looks like it's thin, but it's really thick. Okay, if you touch it like this. And I just wanted to be careful with this one because I know it's a very sensitive Echeveria. I didn't want to overwater it because it might get rot. I used to kill one of these with rot, and because of that, because I'm not very watering it too much, it's not as shiny as it should be. But I know bluebirds, they can get more shinier than that. Okay, we have our Black Knight. And yeah, the kid that visited the pearl bone also visited this one, which is why it doesn't have leaves on that side. So I'm still gonna make it grow so that it can fill up the space and make up for a nice full rosette again. Okay, we have our Santa Luis, and this is one that is kind of related probably to our Ecija, because they have that same look. Let's just compare them side by side. Okay, really nice, unique type of Echeverias. They don't look very thick. And what I'm noticing with the new growth on this Santa Luis, it has some farina to show. Okay, probably it will get much more brighter color with the new farina growing on there. Okay, we have our Heart Delight. Really nice. Now the Heart Delight is another of those Gibiflora hybrids. It has that purple bluish farina and that reddish undertone. Okay, if you rub off the leaves, it has some red under it. Okay, really nice, adorable Gibiflora hybrid. We have our crystal. Okay, this is also as crystal, but it probably looks like an apis. Oh yes. Okay, we have our Heart Delight or Heart Choice. Okay, this one has caruncles. It's just very subtle, not very obvious. On its older leaves it has caruncles, and it has on its new leaves it will already be producing new caruncles as well, but on its current leaves it doesn't have a lot of caruncles. It's really nice. I really like the shape of it. I know it will just get more closed once it grows, and this is also one of those more expensive Echeverias because I've been hearing a lot of people saying that it's not the fastest one to grow. We have our Diamond State. Look at that. It already is producing some type of branch or probably a flower stalk at the side. Okay, it's really nice. I really like the jagged look to its leaves. Really unique, and I think the leaves are getting much more narrow the new growth. Okay, but yeah, I think that's just how the plant is. It can get wider leaves, it can get narrow leaves. It just does what it wants to do. Okay, we have our Echeveria Flambeau. Okay, look at that. And yeah, this one is getting really thick. Yeah, and I really liked it. I really like the rosette type of growth it has compared with your other Pachyphytums, which will go like in a tree, but this one has a much more flat appearance. This is our Amber Rose. Probably this is the Amber Rose and the other one is the Roma. Okay, and we got our Marpin. And I used to think that Marpin was same as the Phantom, but it's very different. This is a Graptoveria, and the Phantom is a Graptoveria, but this one has a much more Echeveria style to it. Style look. And this one is a very fast grower compared with your other Echeverias. This one develops much more quickly. It used to be very etiolated, but look at it right now. It's getting closed. Fire pillar right here, probably I will have to move this because it's an Agavoides and it doesn't fit here. It's supposed to be right there with the other Agavoides that we have. We have our Hyalina, probably another Hyalina. This is another, yeah, looks like a Heart Choice, but it doesn't have caruncles and it's much a smaller one. It's a much smaller one. Yeah, kind of looks like that one. Okay, we have our Lala, Lawi, Romeo Rubin, which is still rooting up. We have our Joan Daniels, really nice. Kind of reminds you of the Bella Rouge, and I already have another one of these. This one is getting burns. Okay, you can see there. Those are burn leaves. Burn. So I think I have to repot this so it will get tougher roots. Okay, and I will probably move it in a shadier area. Yeah, we have our Brave, Maria, Peach Candy. This is another Subcorymbosa, one of the more slower growing Echeverias, which is in the smaller size as well. Okay, slow grower. Okay, but I'm hoping that we can make it big. White Purpusorum right here. We got our Sierra, Really nice clumping type of Echeveria. West Rainbow, this one is still establishing. Okay, but you can see all the new growth it has on the center. Really nice. Yeah, but this one is still establishing, and I'm hoping that it will just stay alive because it's not drying up too fast. We have our Amethorum, also very dried. I still have to water it again. Okay, because it's in a small container, so it's drying up very quickly. Powder Puff, we have our, I'm not sure if that is a Vincent Cato, okay, but that is a nice little small leaf Echeveria. Peach Pride Propagation, Ecija, okay, and I know that the other one is Ecija because I already bought an Ecija and it has that same appearance, okay. So I know that the other one right there is probably not a young gene, but they're probably the same, okay. The young gene could also be the Ecija, it's just renamed, okay. We have our Mensa, this is a freebie, okay. Matador, I just got the right name. This is an Echeveria Matador. Oh, it's getting thick. This is another Longissima hybrid. It's getting thick, wow, because I bottom watered it recently. So we have that. We have our Simulans Ascension to Echeverias right there. We got our Ebony. We got our Elegance hybrid there, probably the Albicans. Okay. We get our Longissima, our Alban Gem, really nice Purpusorum crossed with a Cryptopetalum. We have our Mio. We also have a Blue Surprise right here because I sold the other Blue Surprise that I had, and this one is growing more Farina. This used to have a thin covering of Farina, but with the more light it gets, it's getting thicker leaves and a thicker Farina as well. Really nice. Okay. We have our Topsy-Turvy right here. Okay, we got Alba Beauty. This one is growing very slowly for me. I don't know if that's just how it is, but it's very slow in its growth. Get our Pachyphytum, Wellery, get this pot of propagation, Beyond, get our Morning Beauty, yes, Morning Beauty, Subsessilis, Echeveria subsessilis. It's really hard trying to remember all the names. Elegance, right there, okay, we got our Derrenciana, if I'm not mistaken. This is, I think I bought this as a Monroe, okay, and it's getting thicker leaves right now, okay, but it's supposed to have much more thicker leaves than that. We also have our Tipi right there, really nice, it's gotten large. We've got, I'm not sure what the idea of this one is, I think I forgot, I will try to look for it. We got our new green ice right there, okay. This is a new plant because I sold my last green ice. You know, I split my last twin green ice because it had two heads, and I split it apart and I sold it, the other one, and then another buyer came to me asking for another one, so I sold the other one as well. So I lost my both of my green ice, so I'm starting over with this three-headed one, and it's getting really nice. It's getting much more thicker leaves right now. We have our clump of propagations right here. We got a propagated Pachyphytum Frevel. We got a Sky Beauty. This one had stem, desiccated stem. The stem was drying up, so I removed the other head and I've been rooting it up. It's kind of attaching right there. We got a Nodulosa, Ghosty, Mendoza, okay, and Amabil. Okay, that has been dropped. Okay, this has been dropped, which is why it's not looking so good. We've got a Clavatum that I have propagated from my clump outside. We've got a Lola that is given as a freebie. We've got our Pachyphytum, I forget the name again. Okay, but Compactum. Okay, they're growing a lot more. These are leaf propagations. We have another one right there. Okay, oh, and we got rot on this one. That's really sad. Okay, but that is just a mother plant. Hopefully the baby will survive. Okay, we got the Chocomoon Stone. We've got our stand here of clay pots. Let's check on this one because this one hasn't been drying very quickly, so I think that I would replace the potting mix probably, but it's attaching. The plant is attaching right there, and this is an Echeveria lemon berry or raspberry ice. This is another of those elegance hybrid, really nice. And we've got our Crassula candy cane. Look at that pink Crassula, really nice. It's gotten really tall as well. So what I will probably do is I will chop it down so that we can produce new stems at the bottom, and it will have a much more clumpy look. Yeah, because this is already getting tall. Look at the new growth that it has, and it has this pink look and a very sunburned appearance. Yeah, but really, if you have those like ugly looking leaves, you could just think of it as a chance to propagate the plant, because if you propagate your plants, like if you cut them at the nodes and if you reroot them, those burnt leaves will be replaced by new ones. So that's what I'm currently thinking about my burnt plants. Okay, we have that. We have another red noble. This was a propagated one, and this is my spot for my leaf propagations, and I already have some of my Haworthias moved on this side, so I will be rearranging them there. Okay, and yeah, we got some dirt here. Okay, so we got our like hanging plants right there, all looking lush, really nice. Look at it, they're looking really nice right there. Okay, so we have that. Same with this one. Okay, I also placed my Mcdougali Cryptopetalum up there. Really adorable, and I've been trying to make them root again. We've got our Sedum Burrito, and yeah, just in time because this plant is flowering. Let's look at this head. Okay, look at that. Okay, it's producing flowers. Yeah, it's got red insides, and I think some of the flowers have already dried up. So yeah, we have that. I can't get the camera to focus properly. Yeah, that is our burrito flowers. We got our Senecio right here, and another string of tears right here. Okay, and this is the other donkey tail sedum. Oh yeah, we still have our outdoor, and we haven't got to half of our in greenhouse succulents, and we still have those outside plants. Yeah, and they already filled up that space. So yeah, probably later I will make a tour of that. We have our cactus section, and I have been trying to rehabilitate my cactus collection because all of their potting mix is not doing it for me. They're growing very slowly in these potting mixes, so I'm gonna be repotting them. This one is already repotted, and a lot of my cacti are drying up because I've been neglecting them. Okay, so this is kinda another one of those neglected spots here in the greenhouse. But yeah, probably I will repot them and then they will just grow right back up. Okay, we've got our new Cryptopetalum Arunpei right here. This is Arunpei, but I believe this is also the Paraguayense bernalense. Okay, I think that's the same plant. It's been establishing and it's not getting fat right now, but I will probably water it a little more so that it will get fat again. Okay, we have our crested starlight probably right there. Okay, this really nice Bill Baker pachyphytum. Okay, and this Cotyledon orbiculata. The other stem is drying up because it's a new stem, it's still rooting up. Okay, we've got our bear's paw, which is already getting lush. Okay, that used to be very small, but now it has grown a lot more. Okay, we got our pachyphytum right here, struggling bashful right there. We've got our other pachyphytum succulents. That is a sedum, not a pachyphytum. Got our oviferum right there. Okay, we got our sedums, which I recently featured in our video. We got a pachysedum ganju right there. We got our Margaret Repin. This is still new. Okay, I haven't featured this a lot. Okay, Graptoveria probably. Margaret Repin. Yes. We got our other Cryptopetalums right here. Purple Haze, Graptoveria Albert Baines, Bridget, which is also struggling. We have this one, Mrs. Richards, which is also struggling. Okay, a lot of my plants are struggling. We've got our Amethystinum, which is probably not struggling. I'm not sure. But yeah, you can see all the new growth that it has produced on that side. Really adorable. Okay, it's growing a lot more. Okay, I can tell. We got our Suaviolens. This is our profile picture succulent. Yes, and it's struggling as well. So I'm probably gonna be repotting this later. We get our crown ball, okay, Pachyveria or Pachyphytum. Get our machusi right here, baby fingers, our pudgy right there, really nice. Okay, we get our hintonia. I still have to water it again, it's still dry. Get our virid, get our titubans. Okay, that one standout succulent that always grabs your attention. Okay, if you look at it from afar, that one will really grab your attention. Okay, we got our Debbie and yeah, Calancho, Ghost Plant. We get our Variegated Pachitoides, more Calanchos, Graptosedum, Vera Higgins, or the Choco Moonstone. We get our Sedum clavatum right here, which is adorable, and it's still small even though I uppotted it, but yeah, I really like how it looks right now. We got our Cotyledon Flanaganii. Okay, it's already producing new farina, which means it's growing. We have our Sedum propagation, Blue Elf, yes, Portulacaria variegated. We've got our other Nodulosa here, which is not looking so hot. The new growth is not looking so good. Okay, I didn't like the new growth on it. Yep. So yeah, I put it here because it's not looking so good. Yeah, we got our fuzzy Echeveria. We got our chroma right there, which has a flower stalk. We got some propagations right here. I moved all of my propagations right here. This is a propagation tray. These are all propagated, but you can see the rose cabbage that I have is already overflowing the pot. Okay, this used to be smaller than the pot, the head size, but yeah, now it's growing a lot more, and I really like it because I don't have a lot of rose cabbage anymore. I think I sold, or I think I killed all of my rose cabbage, and these are the remains of my old rose cabbage. This one as well. Okay, ghosty, we got some small propagations right here from leaf, titubans. Okay, those ones are titubans as well. We've got our adromiscus right here. This one is probably a cotyledon. Okay, these are leaf propas. This is a crassula that is very small, but I still insisted on getting it because I wanted to try it out. Currently it's looking good. Okay, we got our other Calancho silver spoon here, which I've managed to keep in a small pot, which is why it's looking compact, but yeah, I'll probably uppot that. Got our Senecio here. Okay, the woolly Senecio, probably renamed as Caputia. We got our Filamentosa right there, another Adromiscus right there, silver coin. We got our Crassula that is dried up, variegated perforata. I need to water this one. Okay, I have a lot of succulents that I need to water. We've got our other crassulas here, the brevifolia, and yeah, this one looks really nice. Yes, look at that. We've got our David. We've got our other crassulas right there. They're drying up, I can tell. A lot of them are drying up. Okay, so I might have to repot them, especially the Buddha's temple. This one is getting problematic with me, so I might need to repot that. Okay. We've got our stacking crassula right here, the fantasy. Okay, really nice. And we got this high voltage. This is very dry. I think I need to repot this. I think I need to water this. But the other one is looking looking very plump. This one, the baby necklace. Okay, another proferata, or yeah, another variety of crassula. Get our moon glow, clavata, tom thumb. We've got our Cugayensis, yes, and I took off the other head and propagated it. You can see right here, that is the head. It was a long stem, so I chopped it into pieces, and hopefully it will root all of them and will produce new plants. Okay, so back here we got all our other jade plants, and you can see that I've been keeping my jades alive, and I'm really happy. Oh, we got a lost Adromiscus right there behind the yeah, it's been lost right there. And also I've been trying to keep this Aeonium alive, and I've been having success with keeping it alive, but it's not looking very good. The color, I think that those are stress colors, so I probably will put it in a shadier spot because the colors are not so hot. That is a kiwi. We got our original jade plant right here, a dwarf jade plant, okay, a wavy jade plant, a crassula Capitella momobigin, that is bonsai already. You can see the stem right there. Okay, really nice. We got our other golem Crassula. We've got our hooray Crassula, yeah, I forget the name, burgundy. Yes, we got our wavy variegated Crassula, variegated jade. We've got our burgundy that is non-variegated, that is the variegated one, and this is the non-variegated. Okay, and I forgot the name. I think this is platyphylla, Crassula platyphylla. We got our cotylodonis, which is not looking so hot. All the new leaves are jagged. So yeah, I think I will just, you know, repot this or probably replace it, because yeah, it's not looking so hot. But probably because I've been leaving it dry, and this one is feeling dry, and we've got some desiccation. Yeah, that's really sad. I will probably replace this plant. It's not looking so good. We've got our Ivory Towers. Yes, and this one is already producing a lot of babies and thicker leaves, and I wanted to see how thick the leaves can get, so I've been stress watering it. Perforata Ivory Towers. And we have our Haworthias right here, which are all struggling, all dried up. Okay, you can see if Sir Jogi Abi is watching, he will be laughing at me because I have this ugly looking Haworthias. Okay, but yeah, I will probably need to change their place. Okay, and we've got this slow growing tiger jaws, and this also slow growing elkhorn, and we've got another Haworthia right there, and the super warty zebra right here. Okay, and another Haworthia right here. Okay, so yeah, I think that's about it for all of the plants in the greenhouse. I still have plants outside, but I don't think that I have the energy left to make a tour of my outside plants. But look at the light right now because of the smoke. I think someone is burning something out there, and look at the light that it gets because of the smoke. You get that nice streaks of light, really nice, but it's also really hot. So yeah, I've been avoiding that sunlight while I was recording, so it might be a little bit dark, but I hope that you enjoyed the tour that we had. Okay, but yeah, I think that's about it for this video, guys. If you really like the plants, please make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I will see you on the next video. Bye bye.